You define a pick me chick, please. A woman who is going to agree with the broke man, is going to say, oh, I'll pay half. Oh, I'll support you. Pick me because I'm doing all the things that women really don't have to, but I'm going to step up to the plate and be your equal because I'm so desperate for a man that I don't want you to have to do anything but meet me in the middle. And I'm going to bring all my things to the table and you bring all your things to the table and we can play Bob the Builder together. That's a pick me chick. The opposite of a pick me chick is a woman who expects a man to impress her, to pay every bill, and to make sure that she gets what she wants out of the relationship and that he enjoys it too, because he's lucky to be there, basically. So a pick me chick is someone who agrees with a lot of the crap broke men want in a woman because they can't provide. So they'll lower their standards. It's just women with low standards. Okay. Is 17 too young to get a sugar daddy? Yes, it's too young. Go have fun.
So Pick Me Pearl has been demonetized by YouTube. So if you don't know who Pick Me Pearl is an American version of what we would call a sihle. Pearl is a content creator, and I am very wary to even call her a content creator. She's a person who has opinion on an app. Pearl shares ideas like women shouldn't be in positions of power because they're overly emotional. She says that men should DNA test their kids when their wives just give birth. She says that we should not believe all sexual assault victims. She said women should not be allowed to vote. Now, YouTube made a unanimous decision that they no longer want to monetize Pearl's content because it doesn't align with their principles as values as YouTube. They demonetized her because she uses a lot of derogatory terms, right? And one of the reasons why they demonetized her is because she used the word like TRANNY, which is a derogatory term towards the transgender community. They also demonetized her because she said that women are not as smart as men. Which confuses me because I don't know if Pearl knows, right? I don't know if Pearl knows. But her ideologies are literally everything that the CEO of YouTube is. The CEO of YouTube is a woman who she said shouldn't be in positions of power. The CEO of YouTube is an extremely intelligent woman who she said is dumber than a man. Like, do you understand why she would probably say, we're keeping our coins. We're taking our cents back, Pearl. Thanks. Bye. Now, Pearl deleted 10 to 20,000 of her videos thinking that was going to solve the problem. No. Babe, now we already know how you think. The thing is, now you've already perpetuated your ideologies onto society. You can't erase that digital footprint, babe. Now Pearl is sad because she's lost her biggest bag. It's probably what she's been paying her rent with, her livelihood, bitch. And she's just lost it. And I'd like all the pick-meshas, right? All the pick-me-pearls to take this as a glimpse into your future. Just a vision of what your life could be like if you continue on this path. Because as much as you guys want to be like for men, you guys are constantly throwing women under the bus. And you know what's going to happen when you do demonetization. And I know some of you, because especially Sihle, I know your main aim is to make money off of social media. Because you have a video on your platform that talks about how you want to make bag from social media. You want to be monetized on YouTube. You want to get brand deals. Waba? Do you know what I find even more hilarious about this situation is that men are coming out saying that they will not pick Pearl. They said, yeah, we agree with what she said, but we're not going to pick her at the end of the day. Babe, imagine going through all of this and men don't even want to pick you and you've just been demonetized. What?
We don't talk enough about how pick-me's come from a long line of pick-me's and how a lot of our mothers were actually victims of abuse, and they stayed with their abusers because it allowed them to survive. But what they didn't realize is that by enabling their abusers, they subconsciously trained their daughters to become pick-me's, to essentially have a man for the sake of having a man, even if he treats you and your children horribly. My mother was a stay-at-home mom, and one of the things that she enabled my dad to do is take his anger out on us if we were being too noisy after he came home from work. And if we were being too noisy while he's taking a nap. And if we're being too noisy while he's eating. And it's like, we're his children too. And we were kids. Kids are not quiet. Kids are rarely ever quiet. And my dad kept knocking my mom up and constantly bringing more kids into the family. So it's like, How do you expect a household of this size to be quiet as soon as you step foot into the house? And that's what I mean by enabling abuse, because taking your anger out on your children is abusive, and training your children to be quiet as soon as their father steps into the house is enabling that abuse. If she was not an enabler, she would have said, they're kids. They're happy to see you. They're your kids. Sit and have dinner with them. Have a conversation with them. Watch a movie with them. And my dad would only do these things if he was in the mood to do them. So again, that's what I mean by enabling abuse and training your daughters to become pick-me's. Because now we have to sit down, shut up, be quiet until he's in the mood to come and socialize, until he's in the mood to come and talk, until he's in the mood to want to watch a movie or to want to eat with us or to want to see what we're up to or to check in or whatever it was. Like, that's how you become a pick-me, is you tiptoe around a man and you anticipate his needs and you fulfill those needs so that he doesn't lash out on you, so that he doesn't take his anger out on you, so that he doesn't call you names, so that he doesn't abuse you. And it's like, you're my father, though. When you grow up as a little girl who doesn't receive unconditional love from her father and receives unconditional love from her mother until her father says, no, this is wrong. You shouldn't be this nice to them. You shouldn't treat them like that. You know, my dad would literally shit on my mom for being nice to us and loving us unconditionally. He literally subconsciously trained her to also become abusive, to also take on his abusive traits, which is why it's easy for these women to become enablers, because they have been conditioned to thinking that there's nothing wrong with the behavior of this guy. And so when you grow up and you start dating men and you see these traits in these men, you don't think there's anything wrong with it. Because you're like, oh, my dad was like this. Oh, yeah, I am trained to please a man. I am trained to fulfill a man. I am trained to make sure that a man is always happy with me and doesn't lash out on me and doesn't take his anger out on me. And it's like, no, you're just a doormat. You're just a pick-me. And I think the saddest part about all of that is that they're never going to be 100% happy with you. Like, any guy that you are being a pick-me to is always going to have something to nitpick about. That's how he keeps you in that cycle of anticipating his needs and fulfilling them and revolving your entire life around making sure that he's happy so he doesn't have a temper tantrum. Instead of teaching little boys about their emotions and how to communicate and how to regulate their emotions, we train little girls to anticipate everybody else's emotions and everybody else's needs around them and make sure that they change themselves so that they don't get negative emotions from this person around them. And as a result, a lot of girls take on these negative emotions. That's why a lot of pick-me's are depressed, have low self-esteem, have so much anxiety. They're literally just vessels that everybody dumps their negative emotions into and then says, make something out of this and make me happy. Make me happy so I don't feel like this. I don't care how you feel. You make me happy. It's your job. I'm the man. I'm the boss of the household. And that's why you see a lot of women today choosing to stay single. There simply aren't that many males who have emotional intelligence. Instead of unlearning all the toxic things they were taught growing up, they continue to perpetuate it. And they only look for women who have not unlearned any of the stuff that they were taught as a child as well, because they are easy to control and manipulate. A lot of males don't want to do the work of understanding their emotions and how to regulate them because it's too hard. Because they've gone their entire life with someone else telling them how they feel and what to do about their emotions. Like, I literally was dating a guy who was like twice my age, and I had to break it down to him, like, why he was acting certain ways around me because of his childhood wounds. And that's when I realized, wait, I'm doing the emotional labor for this grown-ass man? Absolutely the fuck not. Like, there's just no amount of money that's worth that for me. Like, because that is a personal thing. I can't tell you how to change yourself because I don't really know everything you've been through to the extent that you know everything you've been through. And if you really want to heal as a man, then you have to do the inner work yourself. But a lot of them don't know how to heal and don't really have a desire to heal until they meet a healed woman and they're like, oh, I want some of that light. Oh, I want some of this confidence. Oh, I want some of this intuition. And they latch onto you and they suck you dry and they turn you into a pick-me again because they make you do all the emotional labor that you already did for yourself to heal from being raised by a mother who enabled the abuse of a toxic man. If you haven't healed from being a pick-me, please stay single, because you are going to keep attracting emotionally unintelligent and unavailable men who are going to suck you dry and use you as a vessel to dump all their trauma, all their pain, all their negative emotions that they don't want to deal with, that they don't want to understand, that they don't want to work through. They're going to dump it onto you. You're going to lose your light. You're going to become depressed, and they're going to be like, you're not the same woman that you were when I met you. This isn't working anymore. And they're going to leave you in a worse place than they found you. So please, heal from your pick-meism. Okay? Understand that no amount of validation from a male is going to make you feel as confident as validation from yourself. And understand that being validated by a male doesn't make you a winner in any sense. There is no prize for being validated by a male. But there is a prize for unlearning pick-meism, and the prize is a long and fulfilling and happy life.
So what is a pick-me? According to the Urban Dictionary, a pick-me is someone who is willing to do anything in exchange for external validation. Symptoms include self-deprecation.
Hey Stacey, what are you reading?
Oh, just the encyclopedia of plants.
Wow, gee, you're smart. I wish I was as smart as you.
Talking about your own hobbies in expense of other people's.
Oh my god, Jacob, what are you doing?
Oh, just playing Call of Duty.
Oh my god, I love games.
Do you play games?
100%. I totally play games, and I hate wearing makeup and twirling my hair and playing with brat dolls. I love games.
Cool.
And just overall seeking attention.
Oh my god, Jacob, I love your watch.
I'm not wearing one.
Oh my god, well I am. Do you like mine?
I'm on the phone.
Okay, here's some random things that I think are a little bit pick me. Number one is being friends with your friend's boyfriends, like separately from your friend. Your friend's boyfriend should be like your loose acquaintance at best. Honestly, with an undertone of enemy. Oh, number two, staying friends with your friend's ex-boyfriend after they break up. What do you guys have to talk about? They should live in constant fear of running into in public. Constant fear. Making someone feel embarrassed if they dressed up. Like if you walk in and the person's like, oh my god, someone looks fancy. Where are you going after this? A wedding? You know, I just usually wear sweatpants and sweatshirts. That's just me. I'm different than you. I'm better than you. One time I curled my hair for Thanksgiving and my cousin walked in and was like, oh my god, Becca, your hair is curly. I could tell that took a lot of effort. That's so fun. I'm pretending not to know about Facetune. One time I was showing a group of people my old, embarrassing, like terribly Facetune photos. And in front of guys too. And this girl was like, what is Facetune? People do that? Okay. Cleaning up a guy's house after a party or a pregame. I mean, like, I just have to do this. I'm sorry. No, you don't. No, you don't. Putting your friend down in front of their love interest. No. You're supposed to be complimenting. If you can't think about any compliments, make them up. Here's an example. If Zoe's new boyfriend's sitting at the table, you could be like, did everyone here know that Zoe is the best chef in North America? And when Zoe's like, I literally can't even cook cereal, you can be like, okay, so I knew you're gonna be humble about this. You're always humble about everything. The best chef is not the one that cooks food per se. It's more about there's an intangible X factor inside of you that I think everyone at this table can agree. It's because you're a sweetheart at the end of the day, and we love you. And so there you go. So yeah.
I've always thought Blake Lively was a pick-me, and now I have the perfect clip.
Cravings, how's it going along? My wife's 7 months right now, so I know what it's all like. The feet rubbing.
Oh, she's just taking advantage.
Is she?
Totally.
Oh, please say the no, Blake. Please, tell her.
You can exploit it if you want. But,
every night. I'm rubbing feet every night, Blake.
You're a sucker.
Oh.
You can't fall for that stuff. Cravings, nah.
No?
No, we just lie.
You're good.
It's the perfect way to get what you want all the time. If you want chocolate ice cream at midnight, you have a craving.
You're busting out pregnant women everywhere.
No, I'm teasing.
So no cravings, nothing? I'm feeling good?
Yeah, thanks.
We can't wait.
Hormones aren't a thing, boys. The women are just manipulating you. And I think her pick-me behavior is what hooked Ryan Reynolds when he was still married to Scarlett Johansson. This is a secret behind their 10-year marriage. This is from 2021 in Elle magazine. Just listen. We really like each other. We really liked each other before, as friends beforehand. When he was married on set with Blake Lively. Okay. And we like each other even more so now. Blake Lively agrees and revealed they had a committed friendship. She always responds with empathy. She meets anger with empathy. So when he yells, she's like, oh. I'm thinking that's only to men because we've seen how she acts towards women. She's a pick-me. Plain and simple, bro. I've always felt that energy from her, and now I just have like actual proof.
Have you ever thought about the fact that being African forces you to become a pygmisha? Our cultures alone automatically groom you to become a pygmisha. Our cultures, because in our cultures we are always taught to do things to impress a man. You know, when you are young, they start telling you, where's nomfontsho lento ba nilale ningavuki nilale kude kuphume ilanga anizofumana bayeni xa uliqeleku nje awuzufumana umyeni xa ungakwazi ukupheka ongathanda ukupheka awuzufumana umyeni. Every time the reference is to ungafumani umyeni, so automatically you think ukuthi you need to learn how to cook, you need to learn how to be tidy, you need to get up early so that men can see that you are wifey material. You are wifey material because you wake up at 5 a.m. and you get things and you get on about, you know. They groom us, Bantase. In our cultures, we are groomed to become opigmisha. You are not taught to being tidy and cleaning up your room makes people take you serious. Having cleanliness in she, just nje, makes you look like umntu othatheka serious. They don't teach you that. They will teach you you must do it so that uzobonakala, abantu bazokubona as umfazi, so that people can see you as a wifey. You know, being African. Hey, man, I used to be a pygmisha too. I used to be a pygmisha girl, pygmy. You know, that girl, I remember, hey, this one time in London, I went and cleaned this guy's house who was so filthy and so untidy. I don't even know what he and I cleaned his house, but I remember thinking to myself vividly, if I make up this bed and I clean this house, you know, he's gonna have such a good impression of me. Like pick me Delulu. Pick me, my surname is Delulu, Lulu. Because that guy didn't even appreciate that. Like he didn't even, because he was just so wired in being untidy. He didn't even see that as an important thing. But now I was doing it so that I could be, you know, in the forefront of him. Thinking, I'm just this clean girl. Why don't you clean your house? Make sure that when he comes to your house, it's clean. He sees your house clean. Not you going all the way to go and clean his house. My husband, picked me because I had stopped that nonsense of being a pygmisha. I was all about picking me. I was so focused on myself, but I say super focused on me. I was picking me all the time. All the time I was picking myself. And what proposer, you know, not even an egg, not even tea, Bantase. Because our cultures are just grooming us to become these pygmy girls. Ufmans bawena, you are doing everything, bending, stretching, doing somersaults, tontoni for a man. You are snatching your waists, Bantase. Nenzo PPL, nenzis manga for umntu ongathulisele, onomkhaba ongathulisele. Mna I blame the African culture, because in most cases it is the one that is telling us and teaching us to become pygmishas. Our African cultures. Siyakuxelela ba do this so that uzofumana umtsha. Khawuvuke uyakulala because awuzufumana umyeni. Dilala mntase mna ndide ndivuzwe nguye umyeni.
If you've been called a pick-me, this is probably why. A pick-me is basically a woman that will do anything, and I mean anything, for male validation. She'll put other women down for male validation, put her friends down for male validation, she'll laugh at her girls just for a guy's attention. Anything to do with male validation is what pick-me is. She'll make fun of another woman just for men to be like, yeah, go queen. It doesn't have to be extreme as leaving your girl stranded in another country just for a guy. It doesn't have to be that extreme, but obviously that is a pick-me. Literally be laughing at another woman's comment when a man is putting her down. Like, it doesn't have to be that big. It just means that you pick a man over a woman. A pick-me is also somebody that will put down their own self-worth just to be good in the eyes of a man. She'll turn down her own morals, she'll turn down her own beliefs just to be picked by a man. Anything to do with putting anything aside for a man, you are a pick-me. It's that simple.